Thank you very much. When Arthur Ashe found fame, he did not close his eyes. He did not forget the many who could not share his fortune. When Arthur Ashe found fame, he used the equity of his celebrity to shine a light on ignorance and spark global understanding. Tonight, we honor another man who found fame and who chose not to forget, another man who begs the world to see and to understand. His name, like his country, may not be well known on this side of the Atlantic, but we're talking about a giant. His name is George Weah of Liberia. George Weah is one of the greatest soccer players of our time, from a nation where chaos has been the rule and where children are born killers. Spit upon, his house burned, risking death over and over again, George Weah has nonetheless gone home again and again and again. His relentless message of hope defies reason in an age of mindless terror and bottomless hatred. But this is a man born to be a striker, born to finish what he starts. George Weah refuses to close his eyes, and George Weah will never, ever let us forget how much work there is left to do.
I'm 16 years old. I was born 1988, October 22nd. I was a leader. I was major. I used to lead 31 men every day to a front. Yeah, I'm tired of fighting now because there's no answer to war. I want peace for everlasting. I want for peace to be in the country for everlasting.
It began in 1980 with an assassination and violent coup d'etat. The government, in place for 133 years, was overthrown. And for over 2 decades thereafter, Liberia was overcome by civil war. Millions were displaced. The landscape was ravaged by poverty and disease. Hundreds of thousands were killed, including nearly an entire generation of children who had been drugged, beaten, and brainwashed to serve in the murderous campaigns of warlords.
The children here in Liberia have suffered enormously. Many of the kids, they've never done anything except hold an AK-47 and take lives.
We think maybe even up to 15,000 children have been involved in this war. They don't know where their mothers and fathers are, don't know where their brothers and sisters are. They are so angry about the war, they are so tired, they know the opportunities they've missed, and they want a future.
There was a light in Liberia that shined before and through the darkness. A game that offered a way to forget the war, and for one man, a way to rise above it altogether. George Weah grew up here, abandoned by his parents. He was one of 14 children raised by his grandmother. The only education he ever received was in the angles and artistry of soccer. His only classroom a dusty pitch near his home. And he quickly progressed from student to master of the game.
He's gone! Vill's cross, and where is it?
His people would come to call him King George, a title befitting the greatest player Africa ever produced.
Delivered into the net by Weah.
He rose to stardom at home and then internationally. In 1995, he became the only man ever to win the African, European, and World Player of the Year awards in the same year. Famous, rich, and revered, he was distanced from his embattled homeland by miles and stature.
When he called from afar for UN intervention, the consequence was immediate and personal.
Oh yes, his house was looted, his cousin raped, and other family of his were affected. And as a result, they fled, went into exile.
Liberia has been such chaos and confusion, and it has affected George. The scars are pretty deep.
In these years, it was very difficult for me, you know, coming from practice every day, watching television, Liberia on the news, people running away, people dying. So all I said to myself was, look, what can I do to better the situation in my country? I felt that Liberia is my country, that's my country, I must come back.
In 1997, at the height of the war, George Weah did come back, welcomed as a conquering hero. He supported the national soccer team with over $2 million of his own money. As a player and coach, he led the Lone Star to within one win of a World Cup berth in 2001, reviving the pride and hope that had been lost in Liberia for over a decade.
We started together, we have to finish it.
The team served as a unifying force within that time. Rebel groups, warring factions. Whenever Lone Star was playing, they stopped fighting and then just glued to their TV and glued their radio.
But the war continued. Still, Weah did not retreat to the safety and celebrity of his athletic life. The world's greatest striker stayed home and made peace his priority.
George Weah kept sport prevailing, no matter what was happening in Liberia. And he knows that he has a chance, with his international stardom, to actually keep the focus here for us a bit longer.
In December of 2003, a truce was declared, and Weah's efforts in Liberia have extended to saving lives.
So you guys can have a building for the children to go to school.
He now continues his struggle to restore the country, one child at a time.
Being with them, live with them, eat with them, play with them, I would know exactly what is going on. This is reality. I can run for reality. Every Liberian loves sports, so I know sports can play a vital role in the country, in our peace process, and sports can help the discipline the kids to unify them. Don't you go?
Through soccer, there's reconciliation, that you can work out aggression, you can work out competition, but you do it within a legitimized structure, that it's talent that ultimately makes the decision here. And that's why George Weah is a symbol, that you can do it, that there is hope.
Peace to Liberia! Peace to Liberia! Free education! Free education! Disarm! Disarm! I want to say thanks to you all, God bless you, and I'll always come back.
He came back because it was home. He stays because helping Liberia is now his life. Evil men had forced the children to act as weapons of war. An honorable man has invited them to serve as instruments of peace.
If you make a stand in this world, what you find is soon you aren't one man, you have a crowd around you. And I think that George has managed to rally people to the cause of peace, stability, and to the future of Liberia.
He represents the glory, he represents the aspiration, he inspires.
It's an overwhelming responsibility that he has, but he bears it very well. He came back at the time of disarmament, kept his promise. He's making other promises, and I know he will come back and keep those promises again.
The international community is here to help us. But what can we do for ourselves? What will we do to protect our nation? What will we do to educate our kids? What can we do to bring about peace within ourselves? That's the question. This is my soul. This is my blood. It's part of me. I can never give up on Liberia.
I can believe George because he's a man. A man do by a word. Yeah.
Free education. Free education. Disarm. Disarm. Peace to Liberia. Peace to Liberia. Peace to Liberia. Peace to Liberia.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present this year's Arthur Ashe Award to George Weah.
I'm honored and grateful for this award. I've won many awards in my time, but this is the greatest achievement of my life because it stands for true humanity. Standing beside me is Hilson Hugo and Princess Soiree. These beautiful people never met eyes to eye. They always fought against each other. He fought at the age of 11, she fought at the age of 12. It's so devastating. The kids are here today to say to you people they are innocent and are very sorry for the horrifying images they saw during our Liberia civil crisis. All they want today is to be educated, to be reintegrated into society so they can be people tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, let us find in our God-loving hearts to help the kids of the world, to help the kids of Liberia. And finally, I want to say to all the award recipients, congratulations, God bless you all. I love Liberia and Liberia forever. Thank you.